Big up, everybody. Welcome to another match reaction with your home digger, Deji Spurs. And I've got my bro, MUFC Traps in the building. Traps, you know what? Me and you, I've literally been taking on man on streams toe to toe. So because of the way that me and you do these kind of, do you remember the Legion of Doom?
Yeah,
Legion of Doom. That's what we do. We go in and we chop people up. So today, there is no way that I'm going to be chopping up my bro. In fact, the reason why I called you for the match reaction was to get your honest assessment of your club. Because I'm not going to lie, bro. There were things in the game yesterday that concern me. But before we get into it, bro, give you a nice little intro. How you feeling the day after tomorrow? You get me? The day after tomorrow. How you feeling, my bro?
I'm not gonna lie, the dust is settled, but it's not looking good, bro. But nevertheless, we moved, man. We just gotta hope for the best. To be honest with you, prepare for the worst and hope for the best, man. But first time on your show, hopefully it ain't the last. I'm here, man.
Definitely ain't gonna be the last, bro. We have to do this thing. It's just trying to find time in the StreamYard diary like that. Do you know what I mean? With the amount of streams that's coming out. But big up to Footy Chat as well in the building, bro. I think we have to get into it, bro. Let's just go in. Tottenham versus Manchester United. I didn't even bother to do a pre-match preview because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I do something called Soccer 6, on Sky Sports, where you get to pick 6 results and you put your kind of score predictions in. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, I put 2-1 Spurs because I watched the game against Wolves and you looked very dusty. Your team looked very, very dusty. Could have easily been 3 or 4 from my thing. The only positive thing that I can say from what I've seen of Manchester United so far is that, what's his name? What's his name? Is a keeper. What a keeper. I think he's levels on Ederson because I'm not sure. I think Ederson's left-footed, but this brother is spraying passes left or right. Like, Onana. But when I'm looking at the team, bro, as a whole, what's going on? Because Fernandes is looking upset. He's throwing, the toys out the pram. Mason Mount, I already knew. I said it again. I said, Man United going to have the same problem as Arsenal. When you buy a player, the managers feel that they got to play them. So when I saw Mason Mount, Fernandes, and Casemiro starting, I already knew the team, them 3 ain't really gelled. If there's any time to play Manchester United, it's right now. And then Garnacho, Anthony, that Nameki. And I don't know, what is Luke Shaw still doing in your squad? I'm not even going to lie. I find that one of the funniest things because Luke Shaw is not a Champions League left back, but you man seem to just be pulling him out like he's some sort of Roberto Carlos. So, bro, look, give us your assessment of the game against Spurs and we'll get into it.
I mean, let's start off with my team. I don't know what's going on with the team, to be honest with you. I think the manager has made a mistake in the whole budget situation of getting Mason Mount in, getting a striker in that you can't play because he's unfit. Getting obviously he's got a cold goalkeeper in it. But I said it. I don't know if you've seen the clip, but I said it on my channel. The reaction that our best midfielder yesterday was Onana. Yeah, that he was the best. He was the best.
He was.
Yeah,
spraying balls, spraying.
Like he was doing what Bruno Fernandes should have been doing. He was doing what these Mason Mount should have been doing. And I think he even got it wrong when he made the substitutions. But let's go back to the beginning. And I know people are going to turn around and say, "Oh yeah, we should have had a penalty. Yeah, should have been a send off. Yeah, they should have been. But at the end of the day, that's not Tottenham's fault. It's the referee's fault. Next game we'll probably get some dubious decision, and that's how it's going to go on. So I'm not going to take that away from
even on Monday you had a dubious one because
exactly
knocked the guy out. To be honest with you, bro, that was some UFC thing there, right there.
Exactly, but that was a penalty in that game we didn't get again. But like I said, there's going to be days where the referee's going to give you stuff that you're not supposed to get. There's going to be days when you're going to get, when, you know what I mean, when it's not going to go well for you. So I'm not holding, for me, the key moment in the game where I knew we wasn't going to win the game was when Bruno broke free in the box with a free header.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was just, he could have chested it down. He had so much time because everyone's wrong-footed going, trying to press. Yeah, he's got so much time on his hands. He didn't have to do what he done. He's not the best header of balls, to be honest with you, because Man United don't win headers. If you watch them play, they don't win no 50-50s. So for me, he should have brought that down and stuck that straight in the back of the net. And yeah, from that was the turning point, because arguably, yeah, you could have went down, you could have went in, you could have chose. I mean, sorry, Spurs could have went in at halftime, 2-0 down, 10 men. Yeah, easy. But I'm telling you now, after all of that, and then for you to go even 1-0 down, I think the second half is completely different. And there's playing to your strengths, because they're trying to go long. It's not going to work. Rashford's not a target man. They're trying to go long. They're not trying to play through the middle. They're letting Basuma. Basuma's looking like prime Casemiro, and Casemiro's looking like flipping, I don't even know, like Fabinho last season. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they should have been out on the first mistake. The first mistake as well was Rashford out on the left. If Rashford goes on the left, yeah, you man are under pressure from minute one, yeah, because you know what this man has done to defenders time and time again, and that is where you lot are going to panic. Him through the middle, Eric Ten Hag was better off calling me and saying, "Bruv, what's happening? Do you fancy playing through the middle today?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't get it. So I feel like Man United flattered Spurs yesterday, completely flattered them, and obviously hats off to Spurs for the win, but we got big problems in our squad, man. Yeah. So unbalanced.
Yeah, you know what? Because I was on Never a Foul last night, and one of the things that kind of struck me, again, this is not even banter. I'm looking at your squad, I'm looking at your starting 11, and I'm looking at the bench, and I'm thinking, you man got you got good players, but there don't seem to be any unity. It don't seem to be any cohesion. So, you know, I'm looking at the team and it just feels unbalanced. And that was one of the reasons why I felt that, even though I'm not really rating the Tottenham team too tough, and we're going to get into Tottenham in a set, I just felt like, Man U, you got names, but you ain't got a team. You got individuals, but no team. And I think it definitely showed yesterday. I agree about Rashford. Rashford, we know that his strength is off the left. I think it's the same with Richarlison. Richarlison is better off the left, not going through the middle. But I think for me, what shocked me more than anything, and I'm going to have to big up Ange Postecoglou. Bro, we had more ball possession than you, man. I don't remember a game against Manchester United, even under Pochettino, where Tottenham legitly had more ball possession. You, man, were struggling to get the ball at times with Sarr. Sarr was just winning tackles, doing his thing. Basuma was just running the show. And I thought Tottenham's front three were poor. In Son, Kulusevski and Richarlison. But you still allowed us to score 2 goals. Basuma and Madders against Manchester United should not be running things the way they ran things yesterday. And that, for me, was what was concerning. And the last thing I wanted to say, bro, is that I feel like Man U's gone 360, and I'm not saying this. Oh, you know, it's the second game in. Look at you, Deji. You're always doing this kind of clickbait stuff. But when you think where you were last year, this time last year you got slapped up 4-1 or something by Brentford, but that was Eric Ten Hag's second game in. Since then, he's had over 40 games to kind of pattern it and have a starting 11. Do you get me? It's Tottenham who are in that position. Ange has only been in control for 7 weeks, 6 weeks. And I think you lot have done full circle, bro, because the way that the players were looking so morose yesterday, bro, I'm really, really concerned. And I'm just wondering, are you sharing the same concern? Or like Cass seems to think one player and you man are patterns. Is that what you think, Traps?
No, I don't think so. I feel like there's at least 3 players that are needed, maybe even 4. Because, I mean, We've got Maguire still. Can't get rid of him. We need a centre back because if anything happens to Varane or Martinez, you're back to square one. Or both like last season, you're back to Lindelof and Maguire. Yeah. So midfield, Casemiro getting cooked on his ones. He didn't even get cooked. I wouldn't say he got cooked, but he's got no help. He can only do so much. So he needs a partner, midfielding partner. He's getting on now. He needs a double pivot. Do you know what I'm saying? That to do what he needs to do. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. Play to your strengths. Casemiro's a strength, so play to your strength. And this is what I'm trying to say about directors of. Like, we need a director of football because any director of football that's got a brain cell is telling Ten Hag, Mason Mount, are you mad, bruv? Like last season, I'm there, me, Fergie, we're chilling, we're watching the football. We both come to the conclusion, this team needs a striker. This fucking Wout Weghorst guy that you picked because you said he was good, you wanted him. Yeah. He wasn't no good, mate. So you know what? Who do you want for the striker? That's what we need. We need two strikers. And what are we doing with Martial? Are we getting him out? Or are we keeping him? Yeah? That's what I'm doing.
Martial's been at Man United for at least 30 years, bro. I swear down, every minute he just pops up. I'm like, what's going on? How come he's still there?
These man are fit 1 minute and then, man, bro, it's the stadium atmosphere injures, man. Like, man gets injured off the stadium atmosphere, bro. So, for me, it's like, cool, get rid of these men. But that's why you need a director of football for to say, no, bro, Mason Mount, like, that's at the end, like, all right, cool, you've got this for this season, you've got that for this season, because my job's on the line as director of football if you don't perform. So I'm making sure you've got this man, that man, and that man, and that. All right, cool. At the end of it, you're like, all right, you know what, Eric? Who do you want for who do you want? Who do you actually want? Who's a player that a luxury player that you want? Yeah, I want Mason Mount. For what? Just because I like him as a footballer. All right, cool. We'll get it done. There you go. There's the road. Hang yourself. Do your thing. See you for the briefings. See you for the board meeting in 3 months' time to find out the progress. Done.
Yeah. Because for me, you probably, and I know people are going to be like, oh, Deji, here he goes again. He's gassing the thing up. But when I'm looking at the Man Utd team, you're better off with a Sarr than a Mason Mount because what you need is a Pogba replacement. Do you get me? And Sarr's up and coming. He's doing his thing. I'm not saying Sarr's quite Pogba, but you need an engine. Do you get me? And what it felt like yesterday, because Fernandes really is your attacking mid. He's your Madders. He's your number 10. He's the sprayer. Mason Mount, I know what Casemiro's job is. His job is to clean up the team, win the tackles, be aggressive, and then set the game, get the game moving. I'm not really understanding what Mason Mount is supposed to do in that three. And again, you got two people. Casemiro's too old to run that thing on his own. If you had a Caicedo, that would have been different. Or a Lavia, someone who's young and fresh. A kind of where he is, Casemiro can't be left on his ones. And what you did was you left him on his ones against younger, quicker man. And that's why Tottenham did what they did. But I have to say, I was, everyone who knows, bro, I ain't really trying to show Postecoglou any love right now. I'm holding it. Not because he don't deserve it, but because last year, man went off the feelings and I got burnt. So I'm not trying to do the feelings thing. I'm trying to do what I saw. But I was impressed with vicarious liability. My man came. I still think he's a dodgy keeper, but you, man, made him look good yesterday. But I have to say, bro, were you pleasantly surprised at how Tottenham was kind of dominating the game in the midfield? Because that's not what we know for Tottenham. Even when we banged you lot 6-1 at your ground, I still think we had less of the ball. That was under Mourinho. I think we got that 6-1 win. I think.
No, it was on the social.
Yeah, but we didn't dominate the game. No, this is the first time you man got. In a way, you got patterned, to be honest.
No, I don't think that's fair to say. I feel like you lot had a spell in the second half, but you started well, and then it just came. You came under pressure, and then when you got the goal, because there's the couple of moments, like there's another. Obviously, when Anthony hit the post, don't get you said when you lot hit the post, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a long day, because obviously you hit the post, then it's coming back off Luke Shaw, it's hit the crossbar, or it's hit the crossbar, then it's going to hit the post.
Yeah.
So then I think that's going to be a long day. Anthony, straight after you scored, Anthony's hit the post. Yeah. So I'm thinking, all right, cool. If that goes in, the game goes. So I don't think you don't have the control that you don't believe you had the control. Again, set piece Casemiro, keeper was good. The keeper was good, but I don't think he was that good. I feel that we flattered you, and you lot. I don't know, like maybe the Ten Hag tactics and the system of what he's trying to play isn't working, and the guys don't get it or not. But Spurs, we made Spurs look good yesterday. You will get cooked. You will get cooked within the next few weeks. I promise you that now.
Bro, I don't disagree, because when I look at Tottenham's team, even I thought, nah, this team ain't good enough to beat United. This team ain't good enough to beat Brentford. But somehow they got the result. I feel like we've been a bit lucky because we're quite risky. First of all, big up Why Not Spursy, 40 Chat, MUFC Global. Big up everyone. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for showing support in the building. Let me just quickly go to some of the comments, and then I'm going to just say what I'm saying. So my man, Why Not Spursy, says, bless up, Ange Ball on the hype train. I'm not going to lie, bro. Am I on the hype thing? I'm slowly getting there. I ain't fully gassed by it, but anything was better than what we were having under Conte and Mourinho. So the fact that Tottenham even attacked Man United was a blessing. For me, because back in the day we would just be sitting back. Basuma was looking like Pogba. Yeah, Fabinho hybrid. He was. I honestly, I would go further. Why Not Spursy, and say, at the rate Basuma's going, he's going to be cooking more than Partey this season. And my Arsenal fans shaking their bum violently for Partey, but I think the real dog right now, the real surprise package this season will be Basuma, and you lot heard it here first. I'm just going to get into 40 chats before I give you my assessment on Spurs. It says, why not? Ange has given these guys a new breath of life. Still, let's see how he does in the other big games. I'm not going to lie. Brentford away is tricky. You saw them slap up Fulham yesterday. To win at home 2-0 against Manchester United, even if you say it quick, is an impressive result. 55% ball possession, plenty of shots on goal. The thing for me, bro, I'm with you. Because, Traps, you know ball and I know ball. Despite Tottenham having 4 points so far, what you can see glaring is weakness. Do you get me? If Kane was on the pitch yesterday, though, I'm not going to lie, we could have hit 4 or 5 past you, man. That's for sure, because of his quality. But what I will say, though, is that I'm not feeling Tottenham's front three. It ain't working. Richarlison as a number 9, that don't work. That Nemec, change it real quick. Stop this crap. Kulusevski looks like my man got slapped by Space Jam. We need to get a special unit, some special Desert Storm unit. We need to go into space. We need to fight the aliens and get Man's back his talent, because I think he was absolutely atrocious yesterday. And Son is the captain, but at 31, that Nemec, because we want to play high press. I can't understand why you're going to be asking a 31-year-old to be playing high press. I'm seeing Sterling in the West Ham game today flying down the wing. Son can't do that anymore. If we sorted out the front three, I think the way you're kind of confidently saying Tottenham will get cooked, I think you would have a different stance, because that is a big weakness. And Madders is trying to find man, but the movement from the top three ain't really working for Madders in the way it needs to cook. So I agree with you. I think up against Chelsea, up against Liverpool, up against Arsenal, I can't see Spurs winning. But what do I know? What I will say is, maybe I don't know, because I'm looking at the Tottenham team and I'm surprised we've even got 4 points, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe Ange is the Messiah. Maybe he knows something that I don't know. But I do see a lot of holes in the Tottenham team. Tottenham need to get a striker, and we need Eze. I think I'm going in for Eze. We need an Eze. Bro, look, you got another game coming up. You, man, have taken... luckily for you, you don't beat Wolves and, like that. What needs to happen now in order to turn your season around? What needs to happen? What do you need to see in the next game to put Man United back on the map? Because right now, it is looking suspect for you, brothers. And I think your next game, you should bang them. If you don't bang Nottingham Forest, you lot got legit problems. But what needs to happen, my G?
I don't know, man. I just think at the moment, I'm trying to sit back and I'm not trying to do this reactionary. Obviously, yesterday I was mad. I was big mad because I thought bruv, you've had the opportunity to play a different team or to do different tactically or also to play to your strengths. And you didn't. Your in-game management, I tell people time and time again about his in-game management. It's fucking terrible, bro. His in-game management is where he lets down. Because at the end of the day, right, if something's not working, I've seen it. See the best managers, the most elite managers. If something is not working, they're not afraid to change it. It could be 10 minutes into the game. If they need to pull a sub off, they spot something, they'll make a sub. Mourinho done it. I remember when he who did he sub? Was it Boswingo or someone in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
The best managers, they spot problems and they will fix it. Ten Hag doesn't do that. He thinks that he has got it so patterned that he will put a team out and then sit there and then 60 minutes he'll start bringing on the likes of Sancho and Eriksen and Martial and whoever else. Bruv, we've seen it before 10 times over, bruv. The same shit, yeah? But I don't know, man. I just think right now they need signings. They need midfielders. They need to sort out...
Who needs to come in? Who you been linked with? Who you been linked with?
Well, today I looked at... apparently, Martial's going to Saudi for big money. I don't know how credible that is.
Yeah.
But I've seen Verratti. If the price is low, I wouldn't be mad with that, to be honest with you. Like, as long as we get him low, we get him on a low wage, not a low wage, but a wage that's sufficient enough to get him moved out the club and moved on. Yeah, if we need to. No more than 2 years, because he's 31 now. No more than 2 years. Get him in. Do you know what? I'm actually chatting shit. I don't fancy these players, bro. I don't fancy these Verrattis, these over the hill players from PSG and that. Can't get a game at PSG, smokes fags and drinks and that. I think he can come here for a payday. No, I'm not having that. Yeah. Amrabat, everyone's on this Amrabat train. Everyone's on this Amrabat train. I think I'm on it as well. I take him. And I think we need one more midfielder. I'll be honest with you. Now, I think we need one more midfielder, but at the minute, I feel like all the opportunities of all the good midfielders have gone.
Can I just ask a question? I hear what you're saying. You know, MUFC Global saying that he feels like Ten Hag may be sending a message to the board, to the Glazers. It really? Because have the man then really fallen off like that? Because I'm looking at Sancho on the bench. He's a talented youth. What's going on? You've got talent, bro. There are talented players in this squad. What is going on?
Bro, it's the ownership, it's the environment, yeah? These men are not in an environment where they can flourish because they've got the scrutiny of the fans on their back, yeah? They need to perform for the manager, and the club is in turmoil with the ownership, right? How many managers have come here and been successful over the last 10 years? None. By Man United standards, not one of them. How many players have done 4 or 5 years of success at Man United and said, you know what? I'm looking for a new challenge. I'll always be a Red. It's time for me to move on in the last 10 years. None of them. Yeah? You know what I mean? Harry Kane at Spurs has been way more successful than any player that Manchester United have had in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So, for me, the Glazers need to go and bounce. And there's no point in him sending no messages to the Glazers because he doesn't need to send a message to the Glazers because the Glazers don't care. So what he needs to do is walk into the boardroom and say, I need some fucking players, bro. Like, what the fuck is this?
But you're getting the backing though. I mean, you spent 80 mil.
Nah, it's not enough.
On Anthony, no?
It's not enough. Anthony, we got bumped for. He's not worth the money, bro. Because Anthony's not worth the money. Like Anthony, you're looking at a £45 million player, and you want to pay 35 million over the price. And now, so season later, the guy still can't beat a fucking... Bro, I seen him do 4 take-ons yesterday. 4 fucking take-ons, bro.
You know, like, he did something that made me laugh. I thought it was deliberate because my son, he plays as well, and he did the flip-flap, yeah? But normally, when you flip-flap and you beat a man. He did the flip-flap, and then he kind of stayed where he was. I was like, oh, is that a new flip-flap, or was that deliberate?
Bro, it's not, bro. Listen, like that? All I'm saying is, yeah, hey, Highland, yeah, if you ever come across this video, yeah, bro, I'm going to pray for you with this man, bro. Like I hope because how are you supposed to build? Eric Ten actually wants to be the best transitional team in the world. How are you supposed to transition with a fucking winger that can't beat no one, bro? How are you supposed to transition with a winger that goes forward, does his little step over it, and then turns back? Bro, I pray for Højlund, bro, because Højlund is not gonna get no fucking service off this guy, bro. None whatsoever. Nothing off this guy.
I don't think since Anthony's arrived he's had many assists. The thing is though, bro, I feel like
one.
Yeah. I feel like Tottenham are in the same boat. Kulusevski, when he first come, he was sourcing. I think he got about 8 assists, 5 goals. I know yesterday they've given him the assist, but that was the only thing he did, and it was fluky anyway. And I do feel like we're in the same boat because our wingers, that they just don't make it. And unless we sort that thing out, I can see Tottenham getting slapped up by Aston Villa, Newcastle, and them, man. There's no way we can play Brighton right about now. I don't care what anyone says. We need to sort it out. All I can say that is positive is Ange to have in 7 weeks to have completely I wouldn't say completely transform the mindset, but it is great to see Tottenham play ball. And there really is no excuse for Erik Ten Hag's Manchester United, no matter what you're going on behind the ball, to be getting dusted off by Tottenham the way they got dusted off.
It's not rocket science, bro. Like you, man, yeah, through you, man, on the wings, yeah, are light. Like you are light on the wings, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, like, so that's what you do. You play to the weakness. Rashford, strongest vision on the left. But he's going. Who's driving back? Poro's getting cooked, bro. Cooked. Like
my man couldn't control the ball when they tried to play it to him. Remember?
What I'm trying to say, he's getting cooked, bro. Rashford is gonna press the shit out of this guy, bully him off, yeah, and he ain't gonna be doing all these runs up and down like on the edge of the box, shooting from the edge of the box, hitting the crossbar and that, because he's gonna be rattled, bruv. He's like, what am I gonna do here? And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to take him off for I don't know, Emerson Chicken or Chicken Royale or whatever you want to call him, yeah. And he's gonna get cooked. He's gonna get cooked as well.
He's cooking now. He's cooking.
No, I know. And then, like, obviously, then when you take these men off, right, you bring on like players like Garnacho in the last half an hour. Yeah. Let them run at these men for half an hour. Then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sancho, Anthony has got this right hand side on the lock and key, bro. That needs to stop. Yeah. That needs to stop. He belongs in the gulag with Pelistri and them, man, bro. Yeah. Them man need the opportunity, bro, because he's not doing enough.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. So, bro, Tottenham 2 in the end, Manchester United 0. I think both teams have problems still. Tottenham are heading in the right direction, but I'm not shaking my bum at all. I just feel that Spurs were very, very fortunate yesterday. Look at the goal that we scored. Manchester United, the only one thing I will say, bro, as we close, is that on a level, and you might take this as a little bit of a par, but I don't mean it. The only player that looks worthy to be playing on the pitch right now for Manchester United, who is a Man United player, when you think of Schmeichel, when you think of Cantona, when you think of Ronaldo, when you think of certain man, Roy Keane, Scholes, Beckham, I feel like the only man is Onana, bro. He's the only world-class player that I saw on the pitch yesterday. Would you agree? For you guys,
no, you know what? Yeah, no, you know what? For me, yesterday, the two players that I can say man doesn't fool is him, and same in the first game as well. Him and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's it. Them two, and that's it. Luke Shaw, I don't know what his role was yesterday. All this, I don't know all this inverted fullback bullshit that you're doing, bro. Like, I don't understand that. And that's not his fault, you know. That's not his fault. But I played to his strengths.
Yeah, play to the strength. I don't know why they're trying to copy. We did the same thing with Emerson Royale. Emerson Royale is not that guy. I know he scored. But you know, the reason why City are playing inverted fullbacks or Liverpool are playing inverted fullbacks is because Trent came up through the academy as a midfielder. He can play midfield. Stones can play midfield. But don't make man that can't play midfield. That's like trying to play Ogbonna from West Ham in centre midfield or attacking. It's just stupid. But these lot are all copycats. As soon as one team does something, you got to do it. I was talking about Tierney not really being that guy. And Brandon was telling me yesterday that the reason why Tierney ain't getting a sniff at Arsenal is because he can't do the inverted thing. But why are you forcing it? Why are you forcing it? It's not by force. Play your own game. I'm not seeing Trippier doing the inverted thing. I'm not seeing Burn do the inverted thing. And Newcastle cooking just well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. If you look at, man, talking about style of plays and identities and all this extra stuff, bro. Like, if you want to sit down there looking at what Pep's doing or what Arteta's doing, then, bro, you're just going to end up behind anyway, bro. So it doesn't make no sense. But, yeah, Brighton have their own style of play. Brighton right now can play anybody, yeah, with their style of play. Yeah. They probably play the best football in the league, yeah. So they're not. So under my man, this is another thing that I want to say here before we go, bro. I'm telling you now, if this season ends in disaster, get that man out of the club, bro, and get that De Zerbi guy in and back the shit out of this guy. Back the shit out of him.
He's hard. Bro, I said it. Look, I did. It was funny because as we wrap up, you know, I did a show with Brandon and with Northside, and we were talking about which manager did we think at the top 7. I will go. Let me go on record to say I don't think any of the top 7 managers will lose their job. But I said at the moment, and this is before the game yesterday, I said if anyone's going to lose their job, my money would be on Ten Hag. And for me, what would you need if you not finish in a Champions League spot? Does Ten Hag lose his job?
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he loses his job. I do think that. Yeah, no, I don't think he loses his job. I think that with Ten Hag, I think he'll get another season if this Champions League, because the money's there. The money for the Champions League is there. You know what I mean? It's all going to be. I personally think, right, that Ten Hag, the only way Ten Hag loses his job within the next couple of years is if the Qataris actually do come in and he starts moving shit. If he starts losing games.
Boy, what has happened to my man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just locked off.
The
Qataris heard what you were about to say, so they locked you off.
Yeah, they just told me to shush still. Don't worry about us, man. But yeah, now if they come in, and they're just gonna be saying, look, mate, like they might just have their own ideas and say, you know what, get the fuck out, man. Like, but to be honest with you, I don't think he gets sacked. I don't think he gets sacked even if United finish in Europa League, mate. I'll be honest. I don't think he does.
Wow, that's a big statement. Well, as for me, I would just say, like, with Tottenham right now, I think I agree with you. I think we just got to watch this space. I think for Ange, he probably couldn't have asked for a better start. So far, so good, given the resources he has. I really do hope Tottenham can bring in some extra man to kind of strengthen the team, because this current squad that we got right now is not going to take us over to the promised land. There's no way. And when I talk about promised land, I'm not talking Champions League football. I'm talking, can Tottenham get in the top 6? Right now, with the likes of Aston Villa, Brighton, Brentford, man has to just hold his breath real quick and see Wagwan. But what I will say is, so far, so good. And I think only time will tell whether this orange football is legit. Because right now, the football's feeling a little bit lucky. Yeah, we're having more ball possession, but the way that we managed to equalize against Brentford, the way that we won the game, I have to say we were a bit fortunate. I'm not going to lie. I'm with you. I can see the cracks. I can see the holes. But as you know, who gives a damn? And with the amount of money involved, with the feeling and the points, I'd rather be where I am right now than be looking down the barrel and going, what the hell is going on? But you know what? It's been so far so good. Chelsea got slapped up today by West Ham, legitly slapped up. So you know that the Premier League is no joke. You know what I mean? And teams are coming out and doing their thing. So I think it's going to be a very interesting season. I think Manchester City are just running things, but we'll see. But yeah, man. So you lot got Nottingham Forest. Quick prediction for that, and then we'll just wrap up.
Boy, I mean, to be honest with you, like, it's got to the point now, yeah, that, bruv, if this guy, it's like, this guy needs to learn a lesson. So if he ain't learned a lesson, if he can play the same team 3 games in a row, I hope these men get beat, bruv. Yeah. because certain of these men are not fit for the purpose, bro. Like, he needs to change it. But I think obviously we haven't lost a game at Old Trafford for God knows. I know we was lucky last time out, but we ain't lost a game in God knows how long. So I mean, I'll probably say 1-0 us.
Well, you know what? 3 points is 3 points. I feel like the way the league is, I probably agree with you. I think you'll slap up Nottingham Forest. I just don't think they've got enough in the tank. But I expect you, man, to win. And I expect Eric Ten Hag to get it right, to be honest, because there's really no reason why not. It's still weird to me. As for Tottenham,
this time around, well, let me show you. Last season, he got it right after the third game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the third game now, so we see what happens. But hopefully, even if he gets it wrong, he needs to get it wrong right by the next game, because we have to smack them Arsenal youths up. I don't know how. I don't know how it's going to go.
I can't deal with Tony. I can't deal with a one touch. I can't deal with any of them, man. You, man, have to slap up Arsenal. You let them do their thing. Woe onto you. Woe onto you. As for Spurs, we got Bournemouth away. We lost to Bournemouth, I think, last season as well, you know. I think we lost to the whole bloody league. If we can get 3 points, I'm not even talking, because I think Bournemouth, they play good football. They were kind of unlucky against Liverpool on the weekend. But if we can somehow...
They got bumped.
Then, boy, you know me, bro, you know, man has to eat apple crumble, humble pie, all of them things there, bro. I'm taking it easy this year with my predictions. Let me see 30 points and 15 points cleared and the chest comes out like Tarzan, you know, like that.
But listen, you don't beat us. You don't beat us for how many, like in 5 games or something like. Man, it's bragging rights. You may as well just jump on the bandwagon and do the bragging rights thing.
I'm not even gonna do that, because first and foremost, me and you are boys, and truth be told, if Fernandez gets the header and you get the pen, it is long, because I saw a softer pen against Tottenham against Brentford. The one that with Embremo, it's a similar thing. But I would also say, if you guys would have had a pen, we would have had a pen also, because I think...
Do you see what happened with McAllister? The same thing.
Yeah,
he got sent off.
What I'm saying. And he got sent off.
If that was Casemiro, that's a straight red, sent off.
Yeah. So you know, it's a luck of the coin. But over the years, we've been dusted out with some dodgy decisions. You know, the halfway line goal that wasn't a goal. That. So you know, Tottenham are allowed to kind of come back. But yeah, no, Claps, it was a pleasure having you on the show today, getting your assessment. We got to do more of this. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. Big up for the support. Make sure you smash a like, but more importantly, go over to my boy Traps' channel. He's just set it up. And Traps is actually holding us to ransom, you know. Traps, you are absolutely bad mind. Traps is saying he's refusing to go live with any other streamers until he hits 100 subscribers. So my man ain't even going to bring his brother on. Me, the person who Legion of Doom, ride or die, ain't even ready to bring me on until he's 100. So make sure he gets to 100 real quick so that man can jump on the show and we can chop it up. Traps, thanks for being on, my bro. Big up to Footy Chats. Big up to
Big up Footy Chats, man.
Marlon, Why Not Spursy, all the other man them that turned up. Enough love to you. And there's going to be a lot of shows coming through this week. The Opposition View, Chopping It Up with Deji Spurs is coming up with this week. But I have to run now, Traps, because the man has to jump on the Minority Report to pattern Tony. I'm making Mushy's gums. So I'm going there right now real quick. We out, peeps. Love.